transition. All right, how is everyone tonight? Oh my God, you guys should seen the all the work that we're trying to go through here just to set this this live stream up. I've never done this thing where I have guests, but tonight we have Tom Amerman. Say hi, Tom, to everyone, and let's see if everyone can hear you, because we don't know if we let's say something, and then people will let us know if you can hear.
Hey guys, we're actually in Michigan at the battery show. I can actually hear myself talking.
You can? It's gonna be one of the you're gonna have to turn your sound off, because that's really annoying, because it's got a long delay. Yeah, super long delay. Everybody's saying that it's laggy. Oh yeah, so it's laggy. Let's do the thing that we always end up doing. It's the phone. I hadn't done that yet. Come on, phone. No phone here. Although this time might actually be the computer that is like crapping out, that it can't handle the amount of there we go. Okay,
It's possible.
we might go dark for a split. Let's see. Well, that's because I'm not streaming right now, but as soon as I start streaming, you have to turn like the sound off of, like, because you're not on YouTube, you're just on actual, you're just on.
Right, I'm just on the main Skype screen right now.
On Skype. Okay. All right. Are we on? Are we back? We are back. Okay.
All right.
Oh my God! What a nightmare. All right. How is everyone doing today? Tom is in where? Michigan?
Yep, we are in Novi, Michigan right now at the battery show.
At the battery show.
It started today and it goes until Thursday until about 3:30.
Oh wow, Thursday, man, that's a show.
It's a day event. There's actually a lot of conventions there, and I mean, we were really underdressed. Like, we felt like scumbags there. I mean, I'm telling you, everybody is like dressed to the nines. They're ready to do deals. They got their Rolexes, and here come me and Steve with our camo shorts and our friggin' battery hookup T-shirts.
Oh,
it was terrible.
Wow. So it's like what would you call that? It's like a yeah, it's the suits, right? It's not actual like battery people. It's the battery salesman. Is that what happens there? Or?
Yeah, pretty much. This was actually really, from what I gathered walking through, it was really geared towards automotive applications.
Oh.
But there was some really cool stuff there. You can definitely see that there's going to be an influx of supercapacitors in the near future.
Ooh.
The supercaps are actually starting to get made in 3 volt instead of 2.7 now. And there are batteries being made, like 12 volt batteries for cars that are just supercapacitors. So they're going to start coming into market soon.
Wait, 3 volts. So 3 times 4, 12?
Yeah, so it'll be 4S, and that'll basically be a car, like a car battery.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and they have some of them that are like huge. I mean, they're easily like, I don't know, like the size of like a milk jug,
Oh yeah. Huh, that's cool. So it's like so you're saying it's geared more towards like EV, electric vehicles, or just like more automotive batteries and stuff.
Yeah, so when you walk in there, it's broken down into 3 sections. One is the electric vehicle, like the hybrid electric vehicle convention, and then there's the battery show.
The battery
and that makes up about maybe 40% of it, and then 10 to 15% of it is like a storage solution convention, I think.
Uh-huh.
And but definitely the EV stuff pours over into the other 2 shows.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah, but don't like the thing.
That's Steve.
Oh yeah, that's Steve. Shut up, Steve.
All right, turn out.
So Yeah, everybody thinks about these caps and stuff, and they actually would work really great for. Oh, it's so weird because I'm looking at your image delayed, so I don't even see what's happening there. I didn't even see that you got up.
Okay.
So, yeah, in automotive, like as a battery car, yeah, caps are great because they're just always supposed to be topped off, and you need a tons of power to get like your engine to start.
Right.
So they're great for that. They're just I don't know. I don't think they're that great for storage yet. They're not compelling enough. I think there are some, right? You probably saw them there and stuff, but I think they're probably going to be kind of expensive still, at least for a while. If they don't mass produce them, if like industry doesn't like accept them and like start using them like crazy, they're not going to go down in price for a while. So I don't know if they're actually ever going to be used in storage, at least for what we're doing, you know?
Yeah, I think we might, I don't know, maybe, like, I would say 10 years from now, I think I really think that they're calling them ultra capacitors now, not super capacitors.
Ultra capacitors.
So it's like the same thing, but they are getting more energy dense now. And now that they can raise the voltage up a little bit, like that's kind of a step in the right direction. And I think like 10 years from now, they're going to start to have as much storage that we have right now. Maybe not energy dense wise fully, but the closer it gets, because you have to remember, if you build like a power wall using supercaps that are on the market right now, it's going to be super expensive, but that thing's going to last for generations. You know, you're going to hand that down to your kids. Your kids are going to hand it down to their kids. Like, you can cycle them, 20,000 millions of times, like there's super caps that have been cycled a million times and they still work.
Yeah. So it's an investment in the future. So, I mean, if you have the money, you can totally invest in that. For the rest of us poor folks. We're like...
Yeah. I mean, now it might cost you $1 million to build a super cap power wall.
That's it. The last one you'll ever buy. I mean, that's it. It's going to be with your kids and your kids' kids.
But you'll be able to charge that thing like in a second. Like you can charge them super fast. You can almost.
You will if you have that amount of power. Like, so think about this. I think this is one of the things that we don't think. Yeah, it has the ability to take that much power, but let's say that you have a 10 kilowatt hour supercapacitor bank, right? You still need to provide 10 kilowatt hours, right? And like your wiring in your house, like an NEMA 1450, it will take like an hour to do. Like that's the rate it can do it at 10 kilowatts, but it'll take an hour to do 10 kilowatt hours.
Right.
So even though the supercapacitor can take that energy really quickly, you can't push it that quickly. I mean, you can't feel like...
Overpass wouldn't be able to. Although I do think that there could be some sort of a hybrid system because, I mean, when you use a gas generator, that gas generator is burning gas whether you're using it to power a light bulb or using it to power your whole house.
Yeah.
So the amount of energy you can actually charge up, if your battery bank can be charged quickly enough, you can really utilize a gallon of gas through a generator to generate a ton of electricity to charge your power bank. So I think it would be something good if you had a small gas generator, and if you didn't have solar and you lost power like you did in Puerto Rico for so long.
Yeah.
Instead of running that gas generator nonstop, you should run it just to charge your batteries, and you'll get 20 to 30 times more efficiency out of it just based on the power that you're generating with it.
Well, I mean, I think the generator's still going to have to produce 10 kilowatt hours if that's what you have, right?
Yeah.
It's just the ability for the batteries to take that. It's there, but you still have to. So I think the only way to charge a capacitor that fast is to use another capacitor, right? So let's say you charge another capacitor, and that's cool. Like if you have like a gas station and you have a bank of so let's say a Tesla, right, with 85 kilowatt hours. You have a station, a box with supercapacitors that have 85 kilowatt hours worth of energy stored in there, right? and you charge it however you charge it. But they have the ability to deliver all that power like super fast, and then your car has the ability to take that energy super fast because it's got super. Then you connect the thing, and then you stand back. Because then, because then
that is a good idea. yeah, it's connecting it itself. That's a crazy amount of power.
It's gonna be like, all right, let's stand back because this thing is gonna blow. Yeah. That's a lot of power.
Imagine if it's raining outside, like how scared you'd be to plug it in.
That's right.
Yeah, I think that like if there in the future, if there were gas stations that were basically huge, banks of supercaps, you could basically charge your car faster than you would be able to fill your car up with gas.
Yeah.
But I could also see an application where maybe you have about 50% of capacity in your vehicle using supercaps if the technology continues to improve. And you would basically charge your supercaps up really fast, like within seconds, and then your supercaps would slowly charge your batteries. It would have like a slow release, so you can basically charge up your supercaps fully, and then as you're driving, it'll just continue charging up your battery pack,
Yeah.
So I think the biggest issue right now with lithium cars is like, I don't know, unless every Starbucks or every time you go shopping, like it's kind of really inconvenient to refuel on the road because it takes so long to charge.
Yeah, that's true. Although, I mean, it's like, at least with the big batteries that we have now, it's not such a big deal because it'll last you like 3-4 hours. And after 3-4 hours, most people are like, hey, let me just take a whiz, or, I got to stand up and, stretch or whatever. And when you're doing that on a supercharged station like Tesla's or whatever, then, yeah, it's like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you got enough to keep going for another 2 hours. So it kind of works out now. It's not super ideal, right? But it does it's there. You know what I mean? Like, and this is the worst this technology is ever gonna be. But yeah, I think there will be a time, I think, where it might be hybrid batteries with a lot of supercaps. No, what? Yeah, supercaps, right? That was it.
Yeah, I think we're going to start seeing these charge stations pop up. There's going to be some kind of coffee chain that's really going to go like next level, whether it's Starbucks or maybe even like Panera Breads.
Yes.
I think these charge stations are going to have to be where people are eating or taking 10 to 15 minutes to do something. So I think a Starbucks would be perfect. Like you can go there, get a little bit of work done on your laptop, your car's charging. You get a coffee, and you're good.
By the time they give you the coffee and they give it to you wrong, and then you ask for the right one, and then, you're ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
You're ready to go.
When I go to Starbucks, I always give them, like, really screwed up names. like I'll just say my name's, like Shelly, or something.
Well, you don't even need to do that. They get your name weird. They spell it all weird all the time.
Yeah.
John? What do you mean, John, with the P? And they're like PHON. Like, I don't know. It's like they always do that. So how is everyone doing? Cream Daddy is in the house. He's talking about Hot Pockets for some reason. 480 volts ACS supply, he's saying. Yeah, it's gonna have to be something like that to be able to charge fast, right? Because you just go up in the voltage, then with the same amperage you can move that much more energy with the same size of cables. So that's gonna have to be something like that.
Cable would be like a fire hose.
Yes.
Like
a giant thing. You're so like big. The connector is gonna be like Although I don't know if you guys saw that picture that I shared of the combo, CC combo. I think now that those are the ones that have liquid cooling lines through the center of the cables to be able to keep them flexible and small enough so that they don't heat. That's we're gonna have to start doing stuff like that.
It is weird. Like, I'm so used to just saying gas station that even when I refer to like a future solar charge station, I call it a gas station too. Like it's gonna look the same.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So someone's here saying, how does Tesla charge a car in 20 minutes? Well, they do it at a rate of 100 kilowatt hours, or no, 100 kilowatt speeds. So some of them go up to 130, but I think that's kind of rare. So I think most of these supercharger ones, they're like around 100. So divide that by 20. So then, yeah, you're talking about a kilowatt per minute. Yeah, so usually the first 80% of the battery, you can charge it within 40 minutes. But then the last 20%, you have to taper down so that you don't degrade the battery so quickly. So I think, yeah, for the first 20 minutes, for example, if your battery is like almost all the way to the bottom, I think you can put like 20 kilowatt hours in 20 minutes. That's pretty crazy. And so 20 kilowatt hours in a Tesla, how much is that? Isn't it like 300 watt hours per mile or something like that? Right? So if you got 20,000, divided by, I saw like 290, something like that. Let's say 300. They're talking about 66 miles, about 60 miles every 20 minutes of charge. At least for the first 2 hours. No, for the first 40 minutes. Right? Yeah, for the first 30 minutes. So it'll be like 120 miles, basically, that you can charge in 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think they say it's about 30%, like a good 30% of your battery you can supercharge at that rate.
Yeah. So that's how they do it. And they do it at 400 volts, 400 amps or something crazy thing like that. It's the only way they can do it. Why don't you guys partner with Sempra and get the state of California to put these charging stations in rest areas? F Starbucks. That guy doesn't like Starbucks. Because we want to drink fancy coffee. Who wants to stay at a rest area? And those, like, I don't know, in those places to like where creepers go and then they like pry.
That's where truckers go to like get blown by hookers. That's crazy.
That's right. Yes. Yeah, we don't want to hang out there. I mean, unless you're a trucker or you're into that sort of stuff. But that's Steve. Oh, Steve. Hey, McLoopy was in the house last night, or yesterday. What was it? Yesterday?
I think that
he sent his regards, Steve. So let's see. How are the videos doing? So what's happening is that Tom has taken video in this show that he's at, the battery show, and we were supposed to be watching it, but it turns out it was technical difficulties. So he's uploading it to where? YouTube? You're uploading to YouTube?
Yeah, I'm uploading everything to YouTube. Basically, our internet connection's really poor here at the hotel.
It's kind of slow.
And two, I uploaded the videos into my OBS, and they were upside down, every single one of them. So even if we could play it, the whole video would be upside down,
yeah, that's not
it would have just been worse than what it should have been. So I'm uploading these videos to YouTube. The idea was I did a walkthrough of the battery show, showing all the different stops along the way. And I wanted to play it back live for everybody. And then this way, if any of you guys had questions about a certain product, because we're going back tomorrow, then I can get all your questions down and ask them for you. So since if you can't be at the battery show, I could at least help you get whatever information you want out of it. So I'm just going to be uploading the videos tonight, and then maybe tomorrow we'll go live again to get all your questions about about all the different products that are out now. And then Thursday, I'll go back and just go back to these places and back to the stands and ask them all of your questions.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You can go to the battery show via proxy, right? Thomas, you're going to be your proxy there. He's going to ask all your questions.
So when we first got in there, I tried getting like a media pass, and they wouldn't let me. And then I even like tried throwing out your name and and everybody, and, and it didn't help at all.
And they're like, who? Jay what?
Yeah, so, but the guy was cool. He's like, look, just don't, it's like, don't let me know, like, you're filming, and if you are going to do something, like, make sure that the people there are aware that you're filming,
Oh.
So we just had to blend in. So we kind of sort of got the approval to film inside.
Oh, really? Like, not everyone could just take out their camera and then start recording?
I think so, but there's, once in a while, you'll pull up somewhere, and, like, someone will kind of, I just noticed, like, there's a couple times where somebody, like, kind of stood in front of me, or they stopped playing a video, or if they had a machine running, they would shut it off.
Oh, you know what? I think there's a lot of competition, or not competition. There's a lot of spying. What's that thing called?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that?
Definitely spies.
Spying, right? Yeah. Techno. What do they call those? They call them something. Industry spies? I don't know. Secret.
You know what a lot of them do? They'll put a pencil next to, like, a new product, and they'll take a picture of it next to the pencil, and they have a program that will actually map out the entire shape of the thing that's next to the pencil, because it's actually using the pencil as a measuring mechanism to skip.
Yeah. Some of known size, and then they know the other sizes of that. Yeah. That's cool. I mean, that's not cool that people are stealing, designs or whatever, but come on, man. We just got questions. Yeah. Let's see.
Worst case scenario, if I get thrown out, then we'll have footage anyway, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So they throwing you out. Let's see. Oh man, have I stopped? This thing stopped going up. What is Tom's YouTube channel's name?
I don't even know.
He doesn't know.
I think it's just battery hookup, but I could be wrong.
Check for battery hookup. I just posted it. Oh, Island Times just posted it. Where's it at? Dun. I don't know where he posted it. How far are those videos going?
3 of them went up, and it looks like the 4th one will be up sometime around 4 o'clock in the morning, because it's a half hour long.
Because it's an hour long. James Hallbrook say something about gay sex that happens around rest areas. It's funny because political correctness or whatever is not the gays can be deviant. Someone's asking me my thoughts on Trump. I don't think about Trump. Had these batteries being made that were wrapped in blue heat shrink for? Oh, I don't know. Is that a question? Oh, Tom had these batteries being made that were wrapped in blue heat shrink. For?
Oh, I guess he's talking about the hoverboard batteries.
Oh, yeah, the hoverboard ones? Yeah. Those are hoverboard batteries. They were for hoverboards. But you can use them for anything, essentially. I mean...
Yeah, we don't actually build batteries. That's one of the things we've been trying to figure out, is being able to... Like, once you build a battery pack and sell it, then it has to go through a UN 38.3 testing, just so you can be allowed to ship it. And the issue is, since we're using recycled cells, we don't know if it's possible to get it based on any cell, because, I mean, all the cells that we get are from, like, a Fortune 500 company, so they're already cells that are UN 3480s. You know, like name brand, Samsung, LG, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the moment we connect 2 batteries together, that has to go through like a rigorous testing process that costs about like $16,000 to $32,000. Because we wanted to develop like an e-bike battery and a trolling motor battery that we can kind of take to market, and it's just not looking good. But there's a bunch of guys at the battery show that we're going to go talk to tomorrow that might be able to help us with that.
I'm going to get me out.
Oh, I see. So as soon as you make it into a product, then you have to do all kinds of testing for it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, I guess, I don't know. It sucks because it's the same stuff that we're using, right? It's like, yeah, it's the same battery cells. It's just now you're arranging them in packs and they have to be tested.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know.
What we're going to do is become like our facility would have to be like an accredited battery testing facility. So when we do test batteries, they'd essentially be passing a UN 3480 testing again. So that would confirm that they're batteries that are already past that checkpoint. And then once we build it into a battery pack, that specific product has to get some more, UN testing. And it's just like a whole thing. And it's been, something that like took up a lot of my time the last 2 months. And it's just like, we can't really get anywhere. So we're going back to square one, which is just going to have shitloads of batteries available for you guys, and
for everyone to build their own, essentially.
Yeah.
It's just they wanna charge twice, because I'm sure that's how that company makes money, right? Or that agency or whatever.
It's Met Laboratories, obviously UL. UL's the largest. It's kind of funny, like UL doesn't actually have like a real test, but people just think that's like the government test, because they're so large, it just refers to UL as like the test.
That's a privately owned, operated thing?
Yeah.
That's not a governmental agency, UL.
No. it's just so big, like Q-tips, like Q-tip, that's not really, it's actually a cotton swab,
Yeah.
But you call it a Q-tip just because it's what everybody knows. But yeah, I mean, all the testing has nothing really to do, like you can get UL listed. That's kind of like a prestigious thing for a product to get, I guess, but it's not anything that's required.
Oh, it's not. Okay. So it's not so the UN thing is different, the UN 38, or that's the...
Yes. The UN is what's going to get you DOT, FAA, IATA certified to be able to ship the battery.
That's official
so without that, you're literally not allowed to ship it. Doesn't matter whether it's ground or anything.
Yeah.
If the battery doesn't pass that, then that's considered it's considered beyond a hazmat class 9.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's the legit stuff. So that's like the official stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What are people saying?
This old tech. Are there going to be different types of batteries available in Puerto Rico? Yeah, so we're actually, the thing is, we have a storm coming that's supposed to hit North Carolina on Thursday. So the ships that are leaving the East Coast going down to Puerto Rico, last week they couldn't leave. They shut down last week. This week obviously is bad. It really all depends on how these tropical storms are. I mean, if there's an open window, we're going to be sending a bunch of pallets of batteries down to the island. So basically everything all the batteries that we have available, we're hoping to get down to Puerto Rico so that you don't have to pay, $100 to ship 100 batteries. You'll just pay the same shipping cost that everybody in the lower 48 does.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh wow. So these year's storms are already starting to screw stuff up, huh?
Yeah, well, North Carolina is supposed to get hit with a Category 4.
Didn't they say that's the largest or the strongest thing ever or something? Going up that high?
For a long time, yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Something's changing, and the weather patterns are... Something's changing, Like, I've noticed it in my lifetime, especially the last 10 years. It seems like the storms are kind of shifting just enough because... growing up, I don't remember having a lot of thunderstorms at all. We would get rain, it would just be regular rain, and once in a blue moon, you get a thunderstorm. And then lately, it seems like if it rains, it's a crazy thunderstorm, or nothing. And and now with Puerto Rico's got another storm heading towards them. The East Coast is getting hit almost every year, sometimes multiple per year.
Yeah,
Just,
true.
Something's up. I'm not like a huge believer in the global warming thing, but I think something's going on. It's most likely a very good chance that it's us screwing things up, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's a gamble, like Elon says, man. It's a dangerous gamble that we're taking.
I actually listened to like Elon. Elon gets asked about global warming a lot, and he says that we could afford to have even more carbon in our atmosphere without it really taking a negative effect. But he said there's like a level to where you go too far, and then that's what we want to avoid. But he said we're still underneath a threshold of the amount of carbon that we have in our atmosphere.
Yeah.
But for sure, I mean, I guess.
But he has also said that it's like playing Russian roulette. It's like we only have one atmosphere. Like, do you really want to find out what will happen if we get close to that point, right? I don't know. What's at stake?
Like, I have no other explanation, so I guess probably are screwing up.
Yeah.
You know, we probably are messing around too much and polluting, and it's causing everything to heat up a little bit more, making all the storms a little more severe. And it's pretty much our fault.
Yeah. Javier says, please send the batteries so the locals can stop harassing me. No, Javier.
I get harassed by Puerto Ricans every day.
Yes, we all do. We all do. Welcome to the club. You got to put up with it. Let's see. Global warming is fake, says Jump Jets 13. To take your carbon tax. Let's see.
I do think that. I really do think that people. How do I put this? I guess the government is. It's highly likely that they're using global warming as a way to tax us, you know? I think that's very possible, but at the same time, I think it's also possible that it is having, you know, a negative effect on the weather.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's always agendas, right? And unfortunately, I think there's plenty of compelling evidence that we will take the money before doing the right thing. Like that's proven, right? So you're like, should we stop doing this thing that might be better for the environment, or should we just make a bunch of money? Screw it, let's make a bunch of money. So, it's like, who do you believe, right? None of us are like experts when it comes to all that stuff. You can just like look at some of the evidence and you're like, well, I think these guys are telling the truth, or these guys. But at the same time, you gotta be open to the possibility that everyone's lying, because that's another thing that for sure you can be sure about humans is that we lie, right? For our agendas, to push our agendas. So, maybe the scientist community, not the most, not the most honest one. It's not like they haven't been proven that, they lie or they fudge, results here and there to further their careers, to do. You just kind of have to remain like, objective when you're looking at stuff, right?
Exactly.
And don't trust anyone.
It also could be like, I mean, we had an ice age too, so there's like climate change in general that occurs, you know? Mm-hmm. It could, but last time the whole earth like froze, like what were people blaming that on,
Yeah, well, they didn't know.
Like they were probably like, hurry up, put the carbon up in the air. It's fucking freezing.
It's freezing. Burn more carbon.
Yeah.
More farts.
There is cycles. Like the earth changes rapidly. Like, I mean, we live to be like 100 years old if we're lucky, but in the great scheme of life on earth, it's such a small thing, I mean, we could just be in a natural change, I mean, this could have. I do think it's possible that this, all these storms and all these natural disasters, and it probably could just happen even if we weren't polluting. But it really makes you wonder, like, if we are polluting enough to make a change, like what is that threshold?
Yeah. What is this? And that's, and that's what Elon's saying, is like, you don't want to find out. You don't want to even risk finding out, because once you find out, it's going to be too late. Right? So,
especially if you have the technology now. But also, like,
there's alternative ways.
Eventually, we're going to run out of gas anyway, Like, if it's irreversible, and we're basically digging oil out of the ground and burning it to nothing, it's not going to, like, eventually we're just going to run out of gas. We're also going to run out of, like, the sources of lithium and all these rare metals that we're using for energy. Like, if we don't close that loop, then that whole thing's done too. Like, obviously the metals aren't going to just disappear. They're always going to be there. But are we going to reach a point, like 100, 200 years from now, where we're just sifting through piles of trash to try to find, like, some, lithium or cobalt,
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, right? It's unlikely, but it's possible. I mean, I think by then we'll figure out how to harness more of the sun's energy. And because, I mean, we have the source of energy right there. Like, we don't need to be taking any other kind. It's right there.
Right.
It's in the sky. We just need to harness it. We need to be smart about it and harness it. And
it'd be funny, like, 1,000 years from now, if we look back and we kept all the records, to just see, like, the rise of all this great stuff for energy for humans, and then we just abuse it and use it all, and then we just end up back in caves.
Well, I mean, they say that, right? I mean, there's some scientists that believe that we've been here before. Like, this is probably not the first time that we've been here. That we probably got to a point where we're too dumb to do the right thing. I mean, look at it. We're the only animal that is completely changing the face of the earth, and not for good, right? I mean, right? We're exploiting each other. We're exploiting everything. All other, like, life on planet Earth, every other, like, animal is kind of, like, in balance with nature. Except us. We're like, screw nature. We're gonna do whatever we want. Everybody's gonna do stuff for us, like, to make our lives easier.
We treat animals like shit. We just put them in cages, and it's like a spectacle. You go to a zoo, like, look at this guy,
Yeah.
This used to be his land.
I mean, we're so crazy, we do that to our own. You're like, okay, like, be cruel to all the other lower life forms, It's like, that would make sense, but you're like, nah, this guy's too dark. Get this guy.
Like,
put him in chains.
Back in the day, like, when everybody first started coming to New York through Ellis Island, they would actually find, like black people from tribes that were really short, or, like, they would actually show them off like it was a zoo. Like, just people that didn't look like you became like a spectacle.
A spectacle,
and people actually, and people would pay to see that.
Yeah.
I think we're part of, like, I think we're in some kind of, like, a computer generated world. Like, that's, like, my personal belief.
There you go, simulation.
Yeah, I think.
There you go, gentlemen.
We're in a simulation now, and who's to say, like, because we're basically heading towards that. We're heading towards being able to download our consciousness into some kind of, like, Sims game, and supposedly, if it gets so good, it's going to be indistinguishable from real life. So if that happens, then who's to say that we're not already in it now? And who's to say that when we created this ourselves in our other life, that also wasn't done, and we're in some sort of, like,
there you go,
multi-dimension. And then what happens if, like, the main thing dies and it brings the whole thing down?
Yeah. I mean, there you go. Tom is he's a believer of the simulation. We're in a simulation.
Absolutely.
Have you ever heard that like little saying that Alan Watts did one, where he says that if you could dream every night and you could do whatever you wanted in that dream, then you would, like, do these crazy things and be happy. But then it would get old, and then you would be like, you know what? I don't like all this control stuff. What if I leave some stuff up to like, what if I leave it up to like random, And then the next night you'd be like, all right, that was cool, because a little bit of surprise, you don't know what's happening. What if you make another thing, more random? And eventually you get to a point where you're living this life where everything is random. Everything's out of your control kind of thing. Like you would be at this point.
Right.
So it's like, are we there? Are we in the Matrix?
I know. You know what's weird too? Like I was listening, I probably heard it on Joe Rogan about dreams and all that, and then one guy brought up something like, who's to say like you didn't just wake up today for the first time? Like all we have is memory, And it's weird because like I don't remember anything from when I was a kid. Like I actually have pretty bad memory overall.
Yeah.
But like who's to say like you didn't just wake up today, and every day before is just memory that was programmed into your head that didn't actually happen.
That's right. Someone did it on a little keyboard. They're like,
yeah.
Tom is supposed to be this guy.
Yeah. But what I was thinking too, though, like if you notice how fast technology is developing and it's really kind of heading towards the virtual reality type of thing, it's happened so fast that and people are living longer and we're finding ways to cure diseases. I feel like if we are in a simulation, then we created this simulation because we found a way to be immortal. And after so long of being immortal, you get so bored, and life becomes nothing because you just live forever, that we created this dimension to not be infinite and not be forever. And then since everybody dies, it makes every day special.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the idea.
It would make sense, man. We are living in the Matrix.
Because if you could live forever, like if right now you've been alive for 1 million years, you'd be trying to kill yourself,
like make it end.
But if you couldn't kill yourself and you're in some kind of civilization where just it constantly monitors your health and makes sure that you can't, then you would try to develop something like what we're living right now, which is you're born, you just fall out of a vagina somewhere randomly in some random country,
Yes.
And you have a very short period of time
where you can do the best that you can, or you don't. You're either going to be homeless or you're going to be a billionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense. But you know what? Like the Matrix, it was interesting that they were all batteries. Remember, there were batteries for the masters, right? Because it was the machines, right? So yeah, let's bring it back to batteries. I think we're losing a bunch of people. Like, screw this existential talk, man. What is this? Yeah, well, actually, it's so crazy when you talk about stuff like this, right? You're like, okay, so what are we doing here with these batteries? This stuff doesn't really matter that much. I mean, it just matters. It's like, this is just what we're occupying our time here for while we're here. And essentially it is. Everything that we do, it's just occupying our time, right, to do something. But I don't know. I think it does some good. I mean, we can like make a difference between, those people that are around us and stuff. And some could even claim like, some people claim that Elon is making a difference for millions and millions of people. So, I mean, I don't know. It's not totally that useless to spend your time doing stuff like batteries.
Yeah.
Like doing that stuff.
I think it's just cool to be able to have the knowledge to be able to control your own energy source, and not be dependent on the grid.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing. Like to be able to power your own life with something that you built is just really satisfying.
Yeah, my dog is just chewing on the chair, like just chewing on the chair. Like it's made out of plastic and it's like it's so weird. So what was the best thing that you saw at the show today? What were what was hot? What stood out?
So the biggest thing that I saw as far as like what surprised me was the advances in lead acid or AGM.
AGM?
They have like a lead acid battery that has carbon in it, and it's cheaper than lithium ion, and it lasts 15 to 20 years or more.
Really?
I've noticed there was more AGM than I would have thought. And so once I get the footage uploaded, like I'm hoping tomorrow night, like we can do this, and then we'll be able to go through these different cool things at the show. But I think I'd be really impressed with like where AGM has gone, and like I know just because like we're into recycling, and you know we pay attention to like different trends in power storage, and I try to follow the money as much as possible to see where technology is going, and like now I kind of understand why lead acid was supposed to triple in like the next 20 or 30 years for the demand, because I think they have the manufacturing down so well that they can improve upon it and add things like different materials like carbon and glass and gel to make it better, because they never really had to make it better from sealed lead acid, I think lithium ion kind of surfacing and having such a rise is really making all those manufacturers start to look at their product, because they could have made it better years and years ago, and they just decided not to.
Why work harder, right? If you can just take it easy. But now with competition, then it's time to kick it into high gear. So that's crazy. There's a lot of AGM batteries, huh?
Yep, and now they have flexible batteries that are, I think they use acrylic, I believe. You can actually cut. You can actually cut the battery while it's being used with scissors.
Oh yeah. They had those there. You saw them?
Yeah. They had a bunch of them there. They were prototypes. I know that they worked, but I don't know if it was like the exact product that's going to become available.
Yeah.
But they said it would be for.
That was in the Nova, the documentary, the search for the next super battery or the next battery or something like that.
Yeah. The problem is it's not as energy dense as lithium ion.
It's probably really expensive.
But the idea is, I guess you could have something inside of your credit card that could be powered, or like I don't know. I can't really put my finger on like what applications that they would be more useful in, except maybe if your phone can start to be bent, or I think just that technology being available in battery form to power things that are flexible will innovate cell phones. Like if you have like a motorcycle helmet, I can see that kind of being inside, so you can have like a little Bluetooth built into your motorcycle helmet, since it would have to be bent. I think as long as the batteries are good and energy dense enough, and as long as devices start continue using less and less energy, we could start seeing some really cool flexible things, maybe even like TVs that you can roll out of your car. You just roll your TV up, take it with you, slap it against the wall. It's all battery powered. I could see that happening.
Oh yeah, that's cool. So that's funny. So they had those batteries there, huh? Like I was wondering. I'm like, because there's a ton of these batteries. First of all, there's a ton of these battery technologies that are announced, that are like, announced, right? They make a little press thing, but they, 10 years will go by and then you never hear of them actually making, so they're experimental. They're in the labs. They take a lot of work. They probably really expensive. They're really hard to make. There's all kinds of different reasons why their industry's not. Because here's the thing: if the next battery, I mean, it could be like 5% better, right? If it was here, industry's gonna jump on it because industry is looking for the next battery. It gives them the edge for their products. Just think about it: Samsung, Apple, they're all looking for the battery that's gonna last them the longest, right? Throughout the day, so they can have that over their competition. So
Yeah.
you can bet some money that the best battery are already in those products right now, and that they're working on the next one. But it's not like these other companies. I mean, I don't know. They make some crazy claims, right? And you're like, and you just get tired of them. I'm tired of them. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, I get tired of the crazy high storage claims. You know, like we really are limited to just what the metals are compromised of and how well they react to like an electrolyte. You know, so like we're almost to the point where it would have to be some kind of technological advancement that we don't even foresee yet for that to be possible. But with the flexible battery thing in particular, I do think that this is going to take off. And they even had like T-shirts there that had these batteries inside of them.
Oh,
so
really?
Your T-shirt would light up, and like if you talked, it would actually, the design of your shirt would kind of light up. You know,
What?
I could see them being put into like shoes or something. You know, I don't know.
Wearables.
All the wearables.
yeah, clothing.
Yeah, but these, since they can be cut, they don't have to be a square design. They don't have to be a regular battery shape.
Yeah.
So you can cut them out to be glasses. So like I really think that technology is trying to get closer and closer to us. Like it doesn't want to be in our pockets. It wants to be on our wrist. It wants to be worn as glasses. You know, eventually, like it just wants to wrap. If you look at the old computer, and then it turned into a tablet, and then it turned into a phone, and then you got the watch, then you got the glasses. Technology is slowly getting closer and closer to us, and it's going to have to start taking shape a little bit better. So I think that these flexible type of batteries are kind of what's going to help bring that along.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I see. So there's a lot of lead acid and flexible batteries. Was there like a lot of like Chinese manufacturers?
I would say 50 to 60. Actually, I would say 70% of all people there were Chinese.
Okay, so yeah, so they own the battery market basically, at least the manufacturing. Yeah, no one's making batteries here. Did you see any like recognizable names like A123 or?
Yeah, so A123 was there. They came out. They were there showing off their new 12-volt replacement battery for lead acid for cars.
And there we go.
So I had a good conversation with him that I have filmed, and I basically, I don't know, like I told him like it was a good idea, but the fact that A123 cells last so long, I feel like they're going to be too expensive for it to make sense, right? Because AGM right now, the reason why I think AGM is going to really start to take off is because a car usually lasts about 15 to 20 years before it gets thrown away, you know?
Yeah.
And AGM now is lasting 15 to 20 years.
So you'll have one battery.
So A123 batteries, they use the nanophosphate technology, so those are lasting super long, like 30, 40, 50 years, you know?
Wow.
So many cycles. I almost feel like they're too good to be put into a vehicle, you know? And they're going to be...
Because you'd have to pay a premium.
Yeah.
Right? You have to pay a premium. So
but like, there's no way they're going to be able to do it for like $100 a battery. Like, that battery is going to be like $1,000, you know?
Yeah.
And even if you did SLA batteries, it's probably gonna...
unless you do like mass market, unless you start producing them, you know,
they'll drop big time.
Yeah.
So I think what A123, they're so good on the development and all the technology for all these specialized applications that they're not hitting markets to where it's like super like a popular product, you know.
Yeah. Well, they used to be an American company, right? And then they went bankrupt or something, and then so China bought them. So I don't know. Are they still? I mean, now it's a completely different company, right? Or are they? Are they still?
They basically do like contract. They don't. They're starting to show up in a lot of medical equipment. All the new server storage is starting to use them. Like devices that are supposed to last a really long time, they're starting to show up in. But
it's like a premium.
Sure, like in my opinion, A123 is the best battery, hands down, on the market, like of any kind, you know.
Oh, I see.
But they're just super expensive.
Super expensive. Yeah, so it's the premium. It's the premium side of batteries right now. And they do.
Right.
Did they do both chemistries, or like 3.7 chemistries as well as lithium iron phosphates, or
they do have a lithium ion battery, but that's like less than 1% of what they do. Their biggest thing is the lithium is Life PO4, and then they also have a Life PO4 nanophosphate battery, which is I guess at the molecular level, these things will last even longer.
Oh, I see. Huh.
So the nanophosphate will last like another 1,000 or 2,000 cycles.
Oh wow, yeah. So it's quite a bit. Which is funny because obviously the ones that you have, I mean, the ones that I have here are really deteriorated, right? So that means that technology didn't make it here, right? Because I think these are like 1,600 milliamp hours when they were supposed to be like 2,300, or they're like 13. Yeah. They're missing a full amp hour here, and so.
Did you come across any that were dead?
Yes. So I have one module that one whole section is dead.
To zero.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a group of 8. I think that's what they're grouped in 8, right? So that whole group. Yeah. It's completely dead. And I took apart the one that had all of the groups together, and I was like, later, I'm like, damn it, I took apart the wrong module.
Yeah. Well, I know with Life PO4, as long as they continue cycling, like obviously that 8 group probably had one cell that drained it down to 0 for a really long time.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's the A123 guy said that they have some of them that have cycled like hundreds of thousands of times, and they still keep going. So as long as they're being actively used, they don't know when the true end of life is, as long as they're being used.
Yeah.
So I think in like a Powerwall type of install, like they would be really good.
They'd be really good
because they're constantly being charged and discharged, and as long as they're monitored, I mean, and we don't even know really like yeah, you get like 500 to 1,000 cycles until your lithium ion battery has like 80% of its life left. But there's Teslas now that have 420,000 miles on them, and they're still getting like 80% of their capacity.
Yeah.
So it seems like as long as the batteries continue to be used, that curve kind of flattens out for the degradation, and they just keep lasting forever. Like we really don't know truly until a Tesla car finally dies.
Yeah, until it has a battery problem or like that, this complete battery shot. Yeah, we don't really know how they're gonna start failing. I know there's probably Teslas here and there that fail because of like other reasons, like one battery or one module, one group goes bad, but then that's not the entire battery that went bad.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder what that's gonna look like. We don't know yet. I guess we're gonna start seeing it with the Model 3s, because you've seen the graph, like how many they're like releasing. There's a crazy amount of Model 3s that are on the road now. And just wait. I mean, 6 months from now, there's gonna be all those modules, all these crashed Model 3s, and people are. The only problem is, of course, they're giant modules, right? And it's so weird. It's gonna be hard to get those to work. Well, I mean, I don't know. We're gonna have to be clever and figure out how to cut them or something. But have you seen how they put them together with like some kind of epoxy or some kind of glue or something? So it's like it's the entire pack. There's like stuff in between that they use.
Okay.
So they're gonna be
Nice.
like almost impossible to actually like separate into cells.
Yeah. I see what you're talking about.
It's like
yeah.
potting compound. It's some kind of potting
Yeah.
compound that they're using. I was like, damn, okay. So you either have to use the entire module, which is giant, right? Almost the full length of the car, or or that's it. That's what you're gonna have to do.
Yes.
Oh man. So I see. So how about some of the other manufacturers? Was like Samsung there, LGs? Are they like, you know, when I used to go to the conventions for my conventions for the photography stuff, there's like Sony and Canon had the giant booths, and then everyone else had the little booths everywhere. Is that how it is on this? Like, are they some dominant names in the market?
No, they didn't have anything crazy. Like I know they were talking about, like especially at like CES. You know, like you expect Samsung or LG has that huge thing where you walk through the tunnel of TVs. You know.
Yeah.
It's not like that here. I do notice it's more on the battery design and like the release of new technology and it's less about a brand of battery. It's almost like I don't know. It's almost like Samsung and LG just didn't really bother to show up here. You know?
Oh, really? They're too good.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple companies that will have Samsung logos at their booth.
Yeah.
But they're there to show off like a module. You know?
These bastards.
You know what? Actually, so tomorrow, the one thing I want to show you is there's a guy there, and it just looks like one of like he could be just a guy that, you know, builds stuff on Facebook with us. You know, like now we're all trying to get like a little solderless pack design.
Oh yeah.
So he has like this thing that he 3D printed, and it's just really cool. Like you throw your cells in there and you shut it and it's done. Like
okay.
It's awesome. But he said like you'd have to buy the module itself because what it is it's right now his is 3D printed, but it has the nickel strip kind of woven through the plastic itself.
Oh, because he prints around it.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's printed inside of it.
Oh, that's crazy.
It looks like a little box. You put your batteries in there, all facing the same way, and you clamp it down, and it's done. And the pack's built.
What?
It's really cool.
Oh, that's cool. So you're saying it's like almost one of us at the show. It's like It's almost like
there's a bunch of really big companies that have like really cool displays, and there was just one guy there with this little 3D printed like solderless design, and I was like, that's fucking awesome, you know, like. And he had more people around his area than other people have.
Really?
You know?
They're like, this is innovation right here, you know, screw the big guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let me move the camera here. There we go. Do we get it? There we go.
So overall, supercapacitors and AGM, like in my opinion, as far as like innovation, I think those have made the most stride this year. You know, or especially if this is what's to come, then I think by next year or the year after, we're going to start seeing some more supercaps and AGM batteries out there that are longer lasting and better priced.
Okay. And wait, so what about the did you see a bunch of like 2170s or like some of the newer form factors and stuff?
Yeah, so they were there, but they're, of course, you know, like Bach and
the Chinese ones.
Sona, you know, like the Chinese are there for sure, pushing really hard with their cells, you know.
Yeah.
But they have like nobody at their booth. Like people in the industry just understand that they're not like really grade A cells, you know. They're not gonna get. You might get 250 cycles out of them.
Yeah.
You know, but they do have some good ones, like 21700s for like $1.40. You know.
Wow.
And
of course, you'd have to buy a pallet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, but the LG equivalent is like $5 or $6 a piece, you know?
Yeah.
So, and the value just, it doesn't make sense how they can manufacture it that cheap, considering cobalt is like $65 a pound, you know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, it literally doesn't make sense.
They're using recycled cobalt, that's why.
Yeah.
Hey, so, you know, if you can find, are these guys there? This Amerman? I don't know who Amerman is. I don't know if it's an actual, like, manufacturer or it's just someone that slaps their name on the thing. I think people were saying that they're, like, a huge manufacturer, right?
Yeah, so they're mainly for vaping. I see them, like, you'll see an Amerman battery.
But do they actually make the cells, or they're just, like, market them?
They just market to, it's they're pretty much built for, as like a vaping battery. That's what they market, you know?
Yeah, but they're taking someone else's batteries, probably like a back battery or some other manufacturer.
Yeah, so there are good Chinese cells in general, but I think their equipment isn't like state of the art. So they're not gonna. That's why they're not getting, you know, like 800 or 1,000 cycle life. You know.
Yeah.
And there's just always that issue. Like there was a company there saying that their lithium ion's gonna get like, you know, like or 1,500 cycles. You know, and it's just a regular 18650 battery, and you know it's like a bogus claim. You know.
Yeah.
And even like when we were walking by, there's like one guy there. He's obviously a purchasing agent for a large company, and he's like, "Why?" And I hear him say, "Like, how can you say that? How can you say, you know, like looking at the specs? You know what I mean?"
Yeah.
And there's just like some poor like little Chinese girl just like in tears. You know, she didn't answer the question. You know.
She's like, "That's what they told me to say." Okay.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
wow.
So it's definitely interesting there. You can tell like the people there know so much about batteries. You know, almost every single person that walks in there is like super well informed and understands the industry very well.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it'd be interesting because you know I bought these brand new, right? And they were expensive. I mean, these are like $8 cells. $8.
So they're probably good cells.
$4. $4? $8. No, they're like $8. They're the 700s, right? But I put them to like, I cycled them. And then I went to check them. I'm like, what? There's like 4 of them that are like superheaters. And I'm like, what? They're like brand new cells. Like, they're supposed to be, I mean, that's what I get for getting the $8 cells instead of the $12 cells. Right? Because I could have gotten the Samsung ones, right? But those are literally, they're like $13 or something. Like these for right now, retail, right? And since I'm not, what's that?
They're definitely they're expensive. Like batteries, good like new good batteries are supposed to be expensive. Like even 18650s, like a good Samsung brand new should be like, even for a manufacturer to buy them in bulk, should be like $3 a cell. You know, it's just the Chinese. What's happening is the Chinese, they're not getting the market. Like you're not going to open up your drill battery like a Ryobi or a DeWalt and find these Chinese cells in there.
Yeah.
You know? So
I mean, you will, but on the budget ones. You know, on the.
So to us as like a DIY people, like we're the ones being marketed these junk cells.
Yeah.
So I think the companies look bigger than what they are just because everywhere we look, that's what we see, you know, but they're not being sold in large quantities. So what's happening is when a manufacturer does a run for, let's say, like, I don't know, Hoover or something for their battery, you know, like whatever batteries get rejected, the Chinese are not melting down and sending it to a refinery. They're just rewrapping them, you know.
Yeah.
And that's how the companies like Bach get formed, you know. So like they're decent cells, but their specs are just not there, you know.
Yeah. They're not creating the leading edge like all these other big companies. Yeah, Panasonic is leading, I think, the market, I think, on batteries. You know, but everyone else keeping up, right? I mean, Samsung has versions of cells that are, you know, competing. Sony has them, but all the other ones are just You know, it's like telephone companies, right? It's like you get AT&T, you get Verizon. What's the other one? There's like only like 2 or 3, right? 3 or 4 or something. All the other ones are like just, they're not real companies. They're just using like they're leasing equipment from all the other ones, and then they're leasing the old equipment,
Right.
stuff that, you know. And so that's why you get like cheap, super cheap plans, but they're never as good. Their speeds are not as good. The coverage is, you know, sometimes always lacking. Yeah. So it's just, I guess, yeah, it's almost like you get what you pay for, kind of thing. With all that said, there's always deals, you know? There's always people that screw up and they buy something, then they change the design, and there's a full warehouse full of batteries that they don't need, nobody wants, and they can't use. You know, and Tom gets them, and then we all buy them for pennies on the dollar, right? Like,
Yeah.
So that's what we're kind of doing here, but yeah, for the most part, when you're looking at like brand new batteries, yeah, you're gonna get what you pay for. Someone was saying if you saw anything like solid state batteries, or, you know, some of these other like newer technologies.
I asked a lot of people there, and I'm actually gonna dig deeper tomorrow, because today we only had maybe 4 or 5 hours, but everybody I asked said next year. Everybody kept saying next year is the year.
Really?
For solid state.
Was everybody saying, stop asking us about that? No, that's not make sense. Another one.
I was just messing around. I would just be like, oh, look, solid state batteries, you know, and just to get them to be like, no, they're not, you know.
I see. How about how about headways? Were they there? Headway?
No, Headway wasn't there.
What? They're not big enough.
Yeah.
I think Headway's not. I don't think Headway is like a. I don't think it's like a big company, right?
No, they
Try to do the thing on your end, because I'm getting the pink screen. Like,
okay.
Change it to like. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was OBS. OBS was crapping out. All right, yeah, and people are saying that I'm back. Yeah.
There we go.
What?
Am I still frozen on your side?
Yeah, I still see you as a pink screen.
Okay. Let me take this off.
So what happened was that my phone, basically I reached my limit for data on my phone, right? I have unlimited, but of course unlimited doesn't mean unlimited anymore. Things don't mean what they mean, or they used to mean. So it's unlimited, but after you reach 10 gigabytes, wait, by the way, 10 gigs? How is it 10 gigs? It used to be 22. I guess they changed that. It used to be 22, I guess now it's 10. Let's see what it says here. Please note that you have used 100% of your 10 gigabyte of mobile hotspot high-speed data for this build period. Mobile hotspot data will be slowed to 128 kilobits per second until the 27th of this month. After this...
That's slow.
So after this, your 10 gigabyte of mobile hotspot high-speed data will be reset. See, that lady died. I mean, that lady lied to me.
Well, she should die.
She should die because she lied to me. So check it out. They changed that recently, because back in June 25th, I got the same notice, right? But it says your data used this month has reached 16 gigabytes. If you exceed 22 gigabytes before your next cycle on the 27th, you can still use unlimited data. However, your speeds might be reduced in areas with network congestion. How did that change? How are they throttling me? Where before...
It's weird.
They can't change the terms of the contract without notifying you, can they? I guess they can do whatever they want. Oh man, I'm gonna have to call them, threaten to change my system, my account. Yeah, that's not what I signed up for. When I signed up to unlimited, was unlimited, but after 22 gigs, they would throttle me if I was in a congested area. But it doesn't seem like that's what it's saying here. Now it's saying you've reached your limit for hotspotting.
Okay.
That's not cool. Not very cool. Yeah, because I never reached my limit this early in the month. Come on. I should still have another 12.
You still got a half a month left.
Go.
Yeah, man.
On 128 kilobytes. I'm surprised you'd be able to like even talk.
Yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to do now? Hopefully, does that mean that everything's gonna be throttled? No, right? Just hotspotting, right? It's specified hotspot, 10 gigs hotspot. Let's see, what does the thing say? No, I mean, look at that. So download is 30. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. I was like, am I connected to the Wi-Fi or what? And upload is 8 megabits, which is, I have a maximum of 10. Yeah, so no, it's literally just gonna throttle the hotspot thing.
Right. Oh, hey, do you want to see if you can play one of the videos that I uploaded on the channel?
Oh, okay, it's up there?
Just so we can make sure it works now, so that tomorrow we'll have like a much more productive...
let's do it. So I have to go to YouTube, and then I have to go to your channel, right?
Yeah. I'm going to try to turn my picture back on Skype.
Oh yeah, because you're showing everybody your favorite color.
It's not yeah, I don't know if it's working. It doesn't matter, as long as you guys can hear me.
All right, let's see here. What are people saying? Let's see. The show goes over to you guys because we ran out of stuff to say, and the pink and the computer. The computer's not doing the thing. Chrome is trying to open up YouTube, but it's just having trouble. Come on. Come on, man. Okay, quit Google Chrome. Opening Google Chrome. Saltwater batteries. They're asking about saltwater batteries. Cricket hotspot. I use VPN service. I get unlimited. Cricket does not know I use a hotspot or unlimited. Right. How much you pay for that? Read a funk. Oh wait. So if I use a VPN service, I can still get full thing here, right? Because they don't know that I'm gonna be hotspotting. How does that work? Anybody know how to do that?
What's weird is that your hotspot is clearer than your home internet.
Yeah, well, it's because I have cable. I have coax cable.
Oh, okay. You don't have like Fios or anything.
No, there's no files available here, man. I gotta move just for that one reason.
I know.
I mean, wherever
How far do you have to move to get good cable or good internet?
I think I don't have to go very far. I have to go just down south here, like 5 miles. Like literally. The hub where that thing is at is like 5 miles, and I can get that like less than a quarter mile away. Like if I was in a commercial building, then I would have it somehow, because I know my old office where I used to be at, we had files over there. It was great. 50 up, 50 down. Man, that thing. My brother has that. I think I'm just gonna have to go over there in his place and then start streaming from over there. But
Yeah.
who wants to do
Get a
that?
little setup in there.
I thought about doing this line of sight, those antennas, you know, those microwave things. I'm just getting, because he's like kind of in a high building. I mean, not high. It's like, you know, I don't know. It's like maybe 20 feet, 25 feet up or something, that building where he's at. So I'm like, if I put one of those and then I put another one in between and then like, I get high speed internet through my own network. But no, man, come on. They just have to offer that service here.
Barry asked, when you go to New York, are you going to visit Casey Neistat?
Well, I tried that once already, and that guy is super busy. So I have to have a real, like, I have to have like a reason to do it. I don't know. It's kind of weird because you know the guy's super famous. It's like how do you know what I mean? Like I totally understand where he's at because I'm in the same spot now, right? I mean not in the same level, but I'm in a similar spot, right? There's a lot of people trying to get my attention, and I'm like, there's only so many hours in the day. Like I don't want to be rude to people, but I'm like, look, I gotta be like really interested in what you're doing for me to like spend time talking to you. You know what I mean? Like, which is kind of a weird thing to have to say to someone, right? But it's like, I already have way too much stuff today to do. I don't have time, right? So if I'm gonna like replace that time that I'm already busy doing something for you know talking to you or whatever, I have to be like interested in that thing.
Right. Do we know, like, do you know where his office is or his studio?
Oh yeah, I mean his office is right there, and there's people outside. Like at any given moment of the day, you can go there and there's like 10 people. They're just hanging out just to see him. He's like a celebrity.
I think the best way, like, you got to do something a little weird. Like I used to have like this huge crush on like Carrie Underwood, and I was trying to think of things that like I could do to stand out in a crowd, you know? And I came up with the conclusion that if I just ate a banana very slowly and very consistently, like every show, if I got front row tickets and ate a banana, eventually she'd be like, that fucking guy's here eating a banana, you know?
Yeah, but that's... but then she was going to be like, hey, that creeper's here, you know, kick him out or something.
Yeah.
So that's the wrong way to get it. Because when I went to New York, I actually met him and said hi to him, right? But I didn't pitch my thing because I didn't want to seem like too forward. Like I don't want to be like this guy that doesn't. I totally get it. I was like, you're super busy. You're out here shooting a video, right? You're flying a drone illegally. I'm not, you know, I'm like not going to like kind of ignore all that stuff. I'm gonna say hi, what's up. You know, make a little quick question, and you know, and then that's it. It was like their interaction was short and stuff. So then, I mean, he knows who I am because I send him my little tripod thing, and he like, I think we hounded him enough online about it because I made a video and it got like 500,000 views, right? And so he actually made a video where he's like, "Oh, this guy made this thing for me. Thank you, whatever." So he knows, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he would recognize me or he would remember me, but at the very least, you know, he has like he has a Jack 35 rig that you can kind of see him every time that he goes into his thing where like he keeps his all his tools that he doesn't use.
Nice. It's just always there.
Yeah, it's always there. I see a glimpse every once in a while. I'm like, oh, there's my rig that I send him.
What he should do is park the bus out front, and then when he walks up, just grab him by his fucking ear and just be like, I built this damn thing with my bare hands.
Yeah.
You know?
Come in here. Let's go around for a ride. This is electric, you know, like your electric car. Because now he actually owns a Tesla. He bought a Model X.
Nice.
And so, yeah, he knows what electric cars are now, right? And all his friends had them, so... I mean, it's like... All it takes is for you to get on a Tesla once, and then you're like, damn, what am I doing? Like, why am I gonna... How can I ever jump in another car? Yeah, I did. So, man, this thing sucks, man. I actually pulled up your video... And it's done uploading? It has to be, right? It's got 28 views. But it's not starting. What's up with that? Let me read.
It's got to be the OBS.
Well, but this is just like Chrome trying to play it, you know? Like this is a Chrome screen trying to play your video, but it's just not loading up, which is really weird. Come on, Chrome. What's going on? I think it's because I have too much stuff open, maybe. Right? Because I have... wait, do I have to have... I don't have to have Safari open. Let me close Safari. Boom. Come on, Safari. Even closing stuff. That's when you know. That's when you know when your computer's just. All right. Well, that happens.
I think that Skype takes a lot too.
Well, Skype.
You know?
So now we have Skype, OBS, Safari, and then now I have Chrome. Oh, there we go. So that just closed. Okay. So now I can't see the. Oh, I'll see. I'll just load up the thing over here, the questions, so I can read people's questions on my phone. And then, yeah, that's how we'll do it.
I'll turn the video off too on Skype.
Yo, what?
I'll turn the video off on Skype. That's not working, so we save that.
Okay, let's see here. Let me see if it'll restart now. So one less program up. Let's see if that'll do it. Ooh. I think this is... Ooh, it's loading up. I think. There we go. Yeah, how much of the thing is using? Let's see, can I load up activity? What are people saying? Can you read the comments? Apple sucks, maybe. Come on! Why are you guys hating on Apple? But Apple does suck. But they don't suck more than Microsoft. You should build a battery backpack with 2 drone motors and take off. Yeah, Tom was back for a bit. Your image was back for a little bit, and then it went back to the pink or whatever.
Let me try to redo this Skype video.
Why all the tracking tech in a Tesla? Well, because Big Brother wants to know where you're at, man. It's no surprise to anyone, right?
You see the guy that rebuilt his a crashed Tesla, and he's not getting any kind of support.
Oh, the Canadian dude?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
He built he bought it for $6,000, and he.
Oh, that's Rich.
Rich, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that guy, he started his channel not that long ago. I mean, I want to say 6 months ago or 8 months ago or something, right? And a Motherboard recently did a story. Oh my God, dude, he already passed me. He was last time I checked, he had 300,000 subscribers.
Now he basically trolls Tesla. So almost every time he does a video, he'll just go on and he'll talk to Tesla in the car and just mess around with whoever answers, just because he knows he's gonna get the same answer. We're sorry, we don't offer any support for your vehicle.
Yeah.
They got mad at him because he repaired the car.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sure it's just bad. I don't think his was as bad. The Motherboard piece wasn't very negative on Tesla. There was another one that came out on CVS that was. Because the guy, they wouldn't help him fix his car. As soon as it was over, the warranty thing, they were like, nah, you're on your own. It's just everything changed. It was, it was very drastic, right? And the guy kind of tried to save it, well, Tesla's great, I kind of see her or whatever. But it was kind of negative. I think that was bad PR for Tesla. And I'm sure, someone, I don't know if someone got in trouble. Someone should have gotten in trouble, you know what I mean? You don't...
Yeah.
The whole thing where he wasn't letting anybody fix the cars just because they didn't want someone to, they didn't want those cars to fail and then make the news. Right, because they're in a microscope. So it's the same thing right now. It's why would you have a user without a warranty car, like all of a sudden, like not help him, like deny him service, kind of thing, right? That's just gonna
especially like a YouTuber that has all that exposure now.
yeah.
Like the guy clearly loves Tesla cars.
Yeah.
Like, there's not one person out there that would, if they crashed their Toyota Camry, like they, rebuild it to that extent, But like the guy loves it so much, and he just couldn't afford to buy one new, so that he bought that crashed one and rebuilt it, and it looks brand new again. Like they should be like, you know what, dude, like that's fucking awesome, like we're gonna service for you,
Yeah.
But it's just amazing, like when a company gets so big, they lose that oversight and like what they should be doing from like a social perspective,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess they also have to look at the bottom line, right? It's like, okay, one big YouTuber, it gets 1 million views. That video's got like 2.5 million views. Is it really gonna make a dent? They got bigger problems, right? They gotta somehow build like 5,000 cars a week. Because they have 500,000 orders. So they're like, do we care about that YouTuber that's complaining, or do we, worry about how we're gonna make all these cars?
Yeah.
I guess the right answer is both, but
yeah,
it's never.
They have a lot more things. He has a lot more things on his plate right now, and work about that.
Yeah.
You said, I don't understand Elon building all this AI in cars, but says AI is too dangerous for humankind. I think.
Well, but
Elon's talking about like true AI.
Yeah.
All the intelligence in the cars is like it's basically a computer program that just has a point A, point B thing.
It's a very limited thing. Yeah, it's not what he's talking about. Not the kind of AI that he's talking about. Yeah.
So when I saw a cool video, somebody created a robot, and the robot taught itself how to like get up and start running from scratch. Like it wasn't programmed with anything, or it wasn't a robot. It was actually like a computer program. But it's really cool. If you like later, if anybody's interested in looking it up, it was basically said like, for instance, this thing had nothing but like a little program installed that gave it the ability to think for itself and to solve problems. And it's really cool. I forget what it's called.
Oh, you were gone for a little while.
Oh.
It said something about drivers, and I wonder if there's some weird with your video, Tom, because it didn't load up.
Awesome.
It does have 28 views though, and it's also having trouble loading up on Safari. Oh, let me see. Let me just click another video here. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. I think it's my computer. I'm looking at that the ring, the colorful ring. Oh, Google Chrome is not responding. Okay, shut it down. Safari is not responding. Might be your video. Your video is causing all these programs to quit, to not respond. Let's see. Technical. Yes, this one is turning into. Oh my God, no audio. Audio is good if you reload. Oh yeah. Reload the screen. Let's see. I just restarted this. Okay, more the colorful, the rainbow ring, rainbow wheel. That's what it's called. What are people saying here? CIA is knocking at your door, Jay. Oh, yeah, the CIA doesn't care. Oh, look, the video started playing.
There we go. So the first one you want to play is the DIY electric car out front, and then the second one you want to play is the part 2, because that's when the guy was actually out there.
Oh, I'm on the wrong video. I'm the Battery Show 2018 batteries built-in micro USB. That was yesterday or something?
Oh no, that's today. Yeah,
That's
you
today.
can play that one. That's just the AA batteries to have the micro USB thing.
Oh yeah, no, that's.
And there might be people listening that don't realize that they existed, but I kind of reacted like it was the greatest thing ever invented because I've never seen it. I was like, holy shit.
I see. So they didn't know. Well, yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna happen, man. I don't like. It's just it froze again. Yeah, this computer can handle all that stuff. I think that's what it is.
So I think maybe like tomorrow the best thing to do would.
I can download them. So if you have them up there, right? If you upload them into your channel, I can download them and then I can load them up here locally, and I can totally play those. Yeah, locally I can play them.
Stream.
Like these, for example, right? Like, look, I'm gonna play these. So how much does this Powerwall cost? Let's do a rundown on the prices of all the components. First, we have the solar charge controller available for $38.99, the bidirectional. So that's that was a video that's here locally on my computer, and I could totally play those, no problem. It's just I think, yeah, I'm basically maxing out my computer because this computer sucks, or this program sucks. I think, right? I think that's what it is.
I think that Skype really takes up a lot too.
Oh, and then Skype, yeah. Skype, we gotta do like something else. I gotta like maybe load up Skype in the other computer and then pump it in. Oh, but I'll need a cam link. I need like a second cam link.
Yeah, or
all right. So what I'll do is I'll just continue uploading all these tonight and into tomorrow, and then this way tomorrow we'll be all set to go with some good footage from the show.
Yeah. Okay, that'll work.
work.
That's Steve playing Fortnite in the background.
Who's he talking to? Is he talking to the actual like characters in the game, or is he?
Yes. So when you play Fortnite, you're on a team.
Oh,
and you're with other people.
Can you guys believe?
So you can you're talking like with your teammates.
Yeah, can you guys believe Steve is playing Fortnite? Come on, I've never played that game.
He's 3 years old playing Fortnite.
I'm the old guy in this situation here because I'm like video games. Oh man, that's for kids. And he's playing.
If anybody wants to play with Steve, send on Xbox. We are Homie Do Play That.
Homie Do Playback. Homie Do Play.
That's our gamer tag. There's Steve getting it.
That's the Steve that I know. Hey, is he drinking? How are you keeping him sober?
Yeah, well, I think we both kind of got addicted to Fortnite at the same time, and it replaced our bad drinking habits. Yeah.
Really?
Actually, I haven't drank for like 2 months now, I think.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Since I went out for my birthday, and I like blacked out because I drank too much, and then I was like, all right, that's enough. And then
you woke up in a strange home, in a strange place.
Yeah. That was the first time, like on my birthday, it was the first time I ever blacked out to where like I don't remember getting home.
Oh.
Like, I don't remember anything. And then I stopped drinking for like 2 weeks, and I went out again, and the same thing happened. So I'm like,
oh, it's happening too often.
Yeah, like I don't know. I guess maybe I did have a drinking problem, but it wasn't like that bad, you know. It didn't have like a negative impact on my life, but the first time blacking out, it's just a weird feeling that you have.
Yeah.
You lose control, and it's just like really screwed up, you know. I don't know.
You should remember what happened, yeah. It's not normal to not remember.
Like I was the guy that would be like you ever hear like people say like, oh, I blacked out, I don't remember anything. I always thought they were like full of shit, you know, like they're just saying that as an excuse, you know. And then it happened to me, and like my friends are fucked up because like they'll act like the next day I went in there and they were like showing me like footage, you know, of me just I have no recollection of the night.
That's crazy. I mean, yeah. So that means you're not drinking, and Steve is not drinking either.
Nah, well, Steve drinks once in a while, but yeah, we used to like drink heavy.
But you still doing the pool stuff, right? You still.
Yeah, I haven't shot pool. I can't shoot pool because I have to drink.
I see. So it goes together.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it kind of all intertwines. Like, 10 years, because I shoot pool like a high level, and I shot a lot of pool. And it just got, like, pool and beer kind of mixed for me, you know?
Can't do one without the other.
It's like, yeah, like, if I shoot pool, like, I don't enjoy it unless I'm, like, drunk and talking shit with my friends, you know? Like, that's what made it fun.
It's not a sober thing.
Right.
It's not a sober activity.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, wow. So that means you're not going out.
I'll just go back at it, though. Like, I don't know. Like, I at least wanted to just quit for a long period of time just to, like, prove to myself that I can, you know?
Yeah.
It does kind of suck, like, not going out and having fun.
Yeah, because you were doing that quite often, right? Like 2-3 times a week or something.
There was when I ran the pool league, like, it was basically my job to, like, drink and shoot pool and talk to people.
Yeah.
So that was like a pretty hardcore like year of my life, you know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, every night, like every night was like I would leave the bar so late that like I would show up to like Wawa or 7-Eleven, and people are like there starting their day, getting their coffee in the morning, you know, and I'm just. I got like puke on my shirt, you know. It's like the exact opposite. Yeah, like really make you feel like you had a problem in those moments.
Come on. Well, but now you're filling all that void with batteries.
Yeah.
You're finding batteries all over your warehouse. And
right. So that keeps me busy and Fortnite. Without Fortnite, though, I'd still be drinking.
Oh, sure. I see. So you replace that. Okay, but okay. Well, at least there's one without. You don't have to drink to play Fortnite.
No.
Okay.
But Fortnite is starting to get a little old because I play it so much now. So I might have to revert back.
Oh, I see.
You're gonna have to do hybrid.
You just have to do the other one. What's the other one? What's the other game? It's between Fortnite and the other one, right? What's the other one?
Oh, I know you're talking. Well, there's Call of Duty.
Yeah, but that's old news.
Yeah.
Where did you jump, douchebag?
What's the other one? The one where you can build stuff.
Yeah, no, that's Fortnite.
Oh, that's Fortnite. Okay, what about the other one that...
PUBG.
Oh, PUBG. Yeah, PUBG. Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah, I've never played PUBG, but a lot of people who are like computer gamers, they play that. I just have an Xbox. I got hooked on Fortnite because my son, and my girlfriend's son were playing it, and I actually went out and bought like an Xbox just for that game, you know.
Oh, yeah. So it's Xbox Live.
Couple people.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
At the house. Why?
Yeah, it's been a while. So wait, so do you have it with you? You took your Xbox?
Oh yeah. Because Steve plays too. So like it'll be me, Steve. We'll play with the kids. We'll all squad up.
Yeah.
We'll just yell at little kids all day long. It's fun.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I see. Oh, that's cool. All right. So should we call it a night? It's 10 p.m. here. It's probably way later for you, huh?
Yeah, I gotta get up and go to breakfast with one of my partners and
people. Suits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
That show is for suits. No wonder why we've never been there.
Yeah, it's not really like a consumer show like I thought it would be, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
Like-
who's interested in batteries? I mean, come on, let's get real. We're weirdos.
Yeah. I know.
This is super weird. Like batteries. Come on, I mean that's like saying like windshield wipers.
I know. It really is like an awkward hobby. Like I drove for like 10.5 hours to go look at batteries.
Yes.
But my whole freaking warehouse is filled with them, you know?
Yeah, well, there's someone's warehouse is filled with windshield wipers, and I'm sure that guy like talks about windshield wipers with his friends and his colleagues.
He's trying to get a windshield con going, you know, like
Yeah. Yes. He's like,
fucking Rain-X shows up, he's happy as a motherfucker.
there you go. Yeah, they got one of the big ones. One of the big ones in the industry, Rain-X. And and they geek out on the shape and the length.
Oh, yeah. They'll have like the new graphite one,
Yes.
you know.
Yes. It's a new compound that they put on the on the rubber. They last longer, they cleaner. They streak less.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Batteries are so weird. I can't imagine why there's people watching us. I don't know. Are people watching us?
Think about like us and like how many times we do it, and everybody that does like DIY power walls. Like we literally take pictures and post it like people do like their meals. Or like their kids, like pictures. Like I post more pictures of batteries than I do of my family.
That's right. And look at that. My battery's about to die on my camera right now.
Nice.
So we should call it a night right here. And then we'll do it again tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be more prepared. And then the stream gonna end like this, suddenly like this, with the camera just dying. But anyways, thank you for spending time with us. Thank you for talking about batteries with us, guys. 114 people still watching us.
Nice.
We'll do it tomorrow. All right? You have anything to say to them?
No, that's all. Well, tomorrow we'll have actual footage that we can play for you of the show.
Yeah.
We planned on doing it today, and
didn't work.
Our hotel internet was terrible, and my videos were uploading into our software upside down, and we just had a terrible start. But we'll have it all situated for tomorrow. So tomorrow night, if you guys are really interested in see what there is out there, I'll definitely make sure that whatever I think is the coolest stuff there, I'll show it to you guys and do little interviews with whoever's presenting them.
All right. Let's do it. So let's sign off. Let everybody go to sleep. And then we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right? All right, guys. Good night.
Have a good one.
Okay. Bye-bye. Stop streaming.